didn't know whose house it was. That should have bothered me more than it did. I was already inside, standing on a floor that dipped unevenly beneath my feet. Not broken, just wrong. It felt like the house had settled into a shape it preferred and was now expecting me to adjust. Each step required focus. If I moved too fast, I felt like I might slide into a decision I didn't remember making. The air was busy, not loud, just occupied. I realized quickly that every room was a game. But not games you watch, games you enter. The first room looked bright, almost friendly. The colors were designed to lower your guard. The floor was dotted with perfectly round, evenly spaced openings. I didn't understand what they were until one of them moved. A person rose up suddenly from one of the holes, their eyes wide, their expression frozen somewhere between surprise and fear. Before I could even react, they dropped back down. Another appeared, then another. Too fast to help. Too fast to ask questions. I understood without anyone explaining. This was whack-a-mole. And the moles are people. There were no mallets, no scoreboards. Just the relentless rhythm of appearances and disappearances, like the game just continued whether anyone was playing or not. I backed away slowly, careful not to trigger something I couldn't undo. The floor creaked beneath me. I couldn't tell if it was warning me or recording me. The next room was larger. The ceiling disappeared into shadow and the space felt deep like a pool without water. Platforms rose and sank. Walls shifted subtly, offering handholds only if you chose the right moment. People moved through it instinctively. They climbed nothing. They swam through air. They dove and caught themselves on surfaces that shouldn't have been able to hold their weight. No one spoke. I couldn't tell if they were playing to win or just playing to stay inside the room. I stayed near the edge, watching, afraid that once I entered, I wouldn't know when the game had started, or if it had already started for me. That's when I found the windows, an entire wall of them. Different shapes, different sizes. Some were tall and narrow, others wide enough to feel like doors, but none of them showed the outside. Each window showed something else. Places bending in ways that made my stomach tighten. People walking through walls like the walls were just optional. Events were happening that violated rules I had trusted my entire life. I knew with absolute certainty that these things could never happen in my world. And that scared me more than if they could. The windows weren't showing fantasies. They were showing systems, rules I didn't know. I stepped back, afraid that if I stared too long, I'd understand something I wasn't ready to carry. That's when I noticed the slide. It didn't belong to any room. It simply existed. A smooth, clean curve disappearing into a hole in the floor, almost inviting, like it was designed to be an answer. No one else was using it. That should have stopped me. I just stood there for a while, the house quietly humming around me, waiting. I didn't feel afraid. I just felt confused in a way that didn't ask to be fixed. I remember thinking, is this supposed to mean something? Or was it only meant to be experienced? So I sat down. The slide carried me faster than I expected. Colors blurred, sounds stretched. For a moment, I actually laughed. Then the laughter just fell away, not into fear. Into finality. The slide ended without warning, and I woke up. My body still felt tilted. Like the floor beneath me hadn't finished deciding what level even meant. And the strangest part wasn't the house. It was realizing that if someone asked me what it meant, I wouldn't know whether to explain it or to warn them. If this story resonated with you, let me know in the comments. And for more journeys into the strange and surreal, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening.